All right, you guys. Hey, welcome in Elizabeth True to It Connections. We are here to look into your person's next move, a message from their higher self. So we're using some radically different decks today. What are they thinking? I created in the link tree touch base. Then we're using Heart's Hidden Secrets, and we're going to clarify with Fox Tarot. I will be breaking these down into 3 groups, including timestamps in the comments for you guys. But I would stick around to the end, watch them all. There's always something for everyone. I love you guys. Let's get into it. All right, group 1. What energy vampire flew out before I even could say, what is your person's next move? Energy vampire, that could be what they're doing to you. I've had this happen to friends where their person's next move was to literally wreck my friend's life. So watch for that. They really miss you, which can amp up their need to sometimes do something not so cool. All right. Those of you who are going with group 1, there's a frequency and energy here around the fact that someone took them out of your situation and screwed things up, and they miss you. They're probably going to reach out in this Mercury retrograde, and there is a need for a couple's getaway. Now, whether that's truly possible or not, that is what they want to have as their next move. So there's definitely some reconciliation going on here, and very likely somebody came in and screwed up the energy between you guys. Now, on the off chance that this person is rather uncontrollable, a little bit obsessive, I don't want to use the word violent, be careful of that. There's just an underlying warning there. All right, now let's see what Heart's Hidden Secrets have to say. Group 1. Realizations, epiphanies, understandings, and awakenings. So this is coming along into I screwed up and I need to tell you, and maybe you do need to go somewhere, even if just for the day, withdrawn. So this is really hitting home for your person and what they want to be their next move. They're just realizing this was a big mistake and they want to work things out with you and get together with you. All right, group 1. Pretty beautiful energy. And then we have healing, releasing, purifying, and cleansing. So I think the most interesting thing here is if you can get together and have a really good conversation about all of this, that there is a reconciliation possible. And if not, at least a really good conversation and leaving on a healing journey for both of you, where this cold feeling is released and both of you can move together in this beautiful energy, or independently, but now not so withdrawn, more sparkly. And let's back it up with Fox Tarot. A few clarifiers, you guys. And this, as a single person, for me, this can be about friendships as well. Possibly even family in a way, whatever your person is. Princess of Wands. So this is a lot like the Knight of Wands, gender fluid. Girls and boys are included. Waxing gibbous moon. Waxing gibbous moon. So I want you to understand that the momentum, the conversations, the expression of passion is going to come in after the next new moon, which is coming up in just a hot minute here. After that, there is this realization, this newness that will come out of that darkness. And as we approach the next full moon, I think that you can anticipate that this person will start to reach out and understand the epiphany that they're starting to experience, which is, it's a beautiful thing. And we have here fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sag. I'm leaning more a little bit towards the Sag. This person in your life possibly is an architect, an instructor, a pilot, an inventor, a computer programmer, a software developer, that type of person. That this person is a thinker, and I know that is more of a sword energy, but please understand that this person is very logical, insightful, imaginative, an original thinker. They love solving problems. So does this relate to the person that you're thinking of? They have really high standards and the ability to quickly analyze people and situations. So have confidence. I mean, this is somebody that I feel you really have a lot of interest in, and there's been some interference, but the possibility to come together is really, I think, happening over the next 6 weeks. And here we have the moon. This is what I'm talking about. Uh, Pay attention to the cycles of the moon, how it affects you. Your moon sign would be important. And again, having the confidence to go it alone, but also to have this amazing conversation come together or be able to forgive. You may not forget what happened, but there is a lot of optimism here. And again, the phases of the moon are going to be important. The full moon, very important, pointing that way. Maybe it's the waxing gibbous. But do understand that bringing balance not only to the situation but to yourself is super important, because no matter what happens, you need to be okay being alone. Now, this is Cancerian energy, which could be about you, thinking about them. But of course, it could all relate to you, how you're going to handle this, and where these signs are in your chart. And I do want you to know that that high priestess energy is old soul. You may have a past life energy with this person. And here's the Two of Swords, where you really, in reverse as well, where you really need to make some decisions, be more decisive. And I want you to understand too, we have Uranus, I believe, retrograding in Gemini, back and forth between Gemini and Cancer. That's very interesting. So expect unexpected things, revelations, and aha moments, and trust your intuition. I was trying to point to that to help you make these decisions. And here we are with Gemini and Virgo energy going on. Just keep that in mind. That could be a timing situation as well, which would be way more than 6 weeks. But understand there are, a revelation that's you need to make this final decision about, should I stay or should I go? You're given the opportunity to work it out. Now it really is in your hands. And after this conversation, maybe that's the timing of when you really decide to fully forgive, forget, and make this decision. This also sword energy can relate to not only Gemini, but Libra and Aquarius. And I want you to understand that, you know, if you feel this extreme tension and you can't make a decision, it could be a stalemate in the end after this deep conversation, and you want to leave it as a friendship. So there's just some blocked emotions and inner conflict that this card represents, to if you have the ability to reconcile or not. And in reverse, the important thing to understand is there is partial success in this situation coming from this conversation, with more to be revealed later, which might drive you crazy. So understand that it really has to do with being inquisitive, this important conversation, and a transition you're going through, and these choices you have to make that only you can do that. So understand the facts, what really works, and what makes you feel grounded. You'll know, do I feel stuck and indecisive, or am I ready to, regroup and restart with this person? It is definitely your decision. They will be coming in. And again, on the bottom of the deck is this moon, which is part of the fool's journey. Once you get balanced, no matter your decision, a lot happens after that that brings you joy, happiness. Uh, it's like night and day. The sun will come up. That's the next card after the moon. And it requires that strength and courage we've talked about. That's very cool. I would look again for following the new moon coming up, which is, I don't have the calendar. It's coming up very soon. I want to say in Scorpio, which is related there. And then again to the next full moon. All right, group one, that was a long reading. I do hope it helps. All right, group two, if you didn't watch the first one, very interesting. They're jiving. So we're starting with, what are they thinking, to figure out what is your person's next move. I feel loved, protected, and safe. All right, if you guys get interested in this deck, it's in my link tree. Connect with me. Also subscribe, and if you're new, welcome in. You are my best friend. Oh, this could be a friendship blossoming into something more. Quite different than group one. An energy vampire coming out again. All right, that did happen to group one. And so I think all in all, this is a good thing. Don't let friends, family, somebody hold you back. They are honestly not happy for you guys falling into this zone. And a lot of times this person will try to do things very subtly, anonymously, to hurt you. So I would look out for that. And again, we're going to keep going so we get the full messages from their higher self and our spirit guides to help you about this question is, what is your person's next move? And this is Heart's Hidden Message. And this came out again. A lot of people are withdrawn right now. And in this case, you bring warmth, protection, and love to this person when they have been through a very cold, lonely time. And it could relate to that person. That your partner, your friend, your person is really wanting you to understand the attack that they've been under. And this also, a lot of realizations are coming for everyone who is asking this question about your person. What is their higher self saying? They were so safe and loved with you. And starting from the place of a best friend is beautiful. And again, this is a lot like the first reading where something, someone, or a situation sucks the life out of it. And that's what needs to be discussed and let go. And some cord cutting there, you guys. All right, again, hidden secrets, influences, attachment, third parties, and peers. So it could very well be this person's best friend doesn't want you to be together, and their higher self doesn't know how to tell you that. There could be a lot of back and forth going on with this third person, and your person trying to stay away from it because I think they really, really have felt a lot of love with you. The energy vampire, this outside influence, is something that they're coming to a realization about, and your spirit guides want you to know and understand this. That's fascinating. Let's go into Fox Tarot now. Let me move these up for you guys. You're my best friend. I feel loved, safe, and protected. And boom. Why is this person interfering? And that is something we're going to look into now. I hope you find this helpful. Again, you guys, anything you can do to like, hype, and subscribe. Oh, there's a card flipped over there. What is that? What is that? A little secret card in there. That must have got stuck from last time. No. All right. Fox Tarot. Three of Cups. I love Three of Cups. It represents good times, friends, things to celebrate. Sometimes a third party. So what happened? Three friends, a couple of you fall in love, and the third, the friend feels outed. There's an awakening, I think, for you to understand that there's more to your friendship with your person than that. There's love. And that's what they want you to know, and your spirit guides are guiding you in that way. And how you handle open relationships and third parties, no judgment there, but that's the stuff that needs to be discussed. And this is the fool's journey. You are starting new with this person. It is unexpected. It is an epiphany, an awakening, and it is coming in really hot and heavy. Amazing. Also, I want you to know as I wiggle, that this is Aquarius energy. And of course, ask yourself, what new beginnings are opening up? Love it. I would think about if you really want the third party energy or not, because this feels like a really solid relationship coming in for you guys. Two of Wands. Look at that. Now, this is like the two of you coming in hot and heavy and realizing it. Twins, feeling like you did know each other in a past life. And it's interesting, we go from 3 to 2, don't we, on this new journey. And there's, an expression of this passion and some decisions to make, but it is full steam ahead. No matter which way you look at it, it is about a reunion or an element of surprise. There's discovery and boldness and courage here, productive relationships, decisions, future planning. Also, influence over another and recognition of that and how you're going to handle that. And progress. That's fascinating. Fascinating. All right, we're going to move on now. There's a lot of strong Pisces energy in this reading, you guys. I don't ask me where I'm getting that, just wanted you to know. And one last thing, I'm tempted to look on the bottom of the deck. What's been underneath all of this as we look for these hidden messages and feelings? Eight of Cups. All right. We are moving away from this third party stuff and moving in full steam ahead, forward, balanced, just the two of you, if I may say so myself. Cancerian energy coming out ahead. I love that, you guys. Very interesting. It is a message from their higher self through your spirit guides. I do hope it helps. And now we're on to the third reading for this. All right, group 3. Your person's next move. Messages from their higher self through your spirit guides and my spirit guides to help you. I hope. Subscribe, you guys. It's free. Just get notified. And it means the world to me. I don't want a commitment. It's coming in. Well, and remember, those of you who may not be any love relationship, this can be about friends and people around you, but we're really looking for your person. What are they thinking? I'm faking happiness. All right, group 3. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the camera. We're dealing with like a handful of a situation here. And family and friends acceptance is needed. Okay, you guys, and if you didn't catch the other readings, this is What Are They Thinking, a deck I created. And if you're interested in it, it is in my link tree. Message me. I'm happy to send you one. It's in my Etsy store as well and available on TikTok. So as you can see here, and we're going to go into Heart's Hidden Secrets too, but there is a lot of things, their messages their higher self needs to tell you. They're just not committed. They've been faking a lot of happiness around you. And I think deep down, this person can't get past that they need you to really fit into their circle. And it could possibly be that they don't fit in your circle as well. But there's just a lot of F words here. Faking, family, friends, it's just, Okay, good to know, because if they're telling you otherwise, then this isn't meant for you. If they really are happy and they're truthful and good times with the family, because the holidays are coming up here in North America. So, well, and around the world, really. So let me know if this does ring a bell. If not, check out the other readings. And this is causing a lot of sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. It's just, I think there was a strong connection, but it's not a good fit. And this person is really feeling sorry. They're sending you hugs. And here we have mirroring shared feelings and reflection. This person was a twin flame, if you want to use that word, or a soulmate. And if this does resonate with you, come in the live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, and I'll look at your numerology, because you may have a 1 or a 10 in your birth date, a 6 or a 9, and these are mirroring energies. You may have a 5 too, which is about soul connections. And despite all of this, you may be attracting people for the wrong reasons. Both of you, you're marrying things about each other that you really like, but it's just not exactly working. All right, let's keep going. I could see where you feel such a strong pull about this person, but they're feeling really sad too about it, but it's just not looking like a fit. Pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious, most likely because of, this acceptance. It could be about the type of people it could be about color, race, the type of, relationship you want to have. And it's too much for you to give up your family and friends to make this happen, no matter how much you guys feel connected. And unfortunately, this person just isn't ready. They're just not ready for this kind of soul commitment. I'm going to get one more for you guys. This feels so interesting. Yeah, bluff. So you may think it's a twin flame, but I don't know. Happy to look at the numerology, but they're pretending, masking, and exaggerating how they feel. And a lot of times, if you don't really get yourself right, you're going to mirror in this kind of energy, which I know is not what you were hoping to hear, but this is a good message for you to hear what they're really thinking. I hope, and I send you love. Join our community. Come into the chat. Be a subscriber. Members get bumped up free and lots of special things to do, like our call-in today. Wild Wednesday. Members get to call in, and we get to talk live. All right. So here you have, as we go to the waxing crescent, just after the new moon coming up, we've got the Queen of Knives for you. This is where you get to realize this is the truth. I'm going to call a spade a spade. And after you get through this and having these conversations and coming to an understanding that we had a hot moment, but it's just not going to work, you will take your life back, and you won't feel so much pain, and you'll be able to start walking towards that beautiful sun there. And let's see what else you have. So the timing is important there. And we have the Empress in reverse. So it indicates that no, this isn't going to be a new start, birth into a beautiful relationship. But I want you to understand that you need to bring love and nurturing and self-care to you. Make you the Empress in your life. And that is what you will attract back, your emperor. Okay? Venus energy and the Empress numerology, I call this a seed. You're ready to start planning things, birthing new ideas and projects, and a relationship that is better than this. It will fit better. And here we have the Seven of Swords, Aquarius timing and energy, where you go back and forth about this in your mind, and it really hurts. It feels like a stab in the back, and I get that. And there is a lot of air energy going on here, which relates to Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it's also the back and forth you're doing in your mind. So please try to settle that. When you go through times like this and you're overthinking, I'll just catch myself and do the rubber band trick. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. I'm not giving advice, but it's a known therapeutic treatment, because negative self-talk and thoughts have power. So I really want you to nurture yourself and understand that there is a lot more to come after this situation that has you really pulling some thorns out of the side. And keep in mind too, this is, whether it's you or the person who's we're tapping into here, is strong-willed, intelligent, free-spirited, a lot of pride and courage, but there's arrogance. There's some spontaneity here too that I want you to understand. You may feel in your mind that you have to go back and talk to this person, and I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. This is a plan that really may fail, and taking something on that is not yours. All right. So it didn't fit. And you just have to know that. And don't try to go back. It will hurt. I know you feel like there's things unfinished, unsaid, and you feel betrayed and deceived, but don't try to spy or anonymously get back in touch or do anything. Just do your best to really let it go. And I know you feel likely that this was a robbed opportunity, but understand that I do believe it just wasn't a good fit. And on the bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune for you. And the new moon is very important, where you really are starting to understand the truths here that you need to know. Jupiter energy is in retrograde in Cancer, but try to understand that the wheel is turning. Good things are coming in, and the snake here represents, I think, you transforming and understanding the difference between twin flames and soulmates. Big difference. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, understand it is a good luck omen. There's expansion and optimism, hope, luck, abundance coming in. And I would practice, if you do any moon rituals, this new moon coming up will be really important. So embrace new opportunities. And there is serendipity coming in, and a lot of generosity and support, which I know you'll find here with me at the channel. It's been an honor to read for all of you. Thank you. I love you, and I'm sending you a world of peace.